What's going on, guys? JSGC here, back again for another Manchester City transfer video, where today we're going to be looking at 5 wingers Manchester City potentially could sign this summer. So before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then do subscribe to my channel. We're on that big push now to 44,000 subscribers. We're less than 300 subs away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to go and check out my social media links there in the description if you want to go and follow me on my X, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video, and also don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comments below, including if Man City are targeting a winger this summer. Which winger would you like Man City to sign and why? So, bit of context on this. This isn't a position that Man City urgently need, but I am expecting Jack Grealish to leave this summer, and it is possible that Bernardo Silva leaves this summer as well, which does limit Man City's winger options. It's all about what kind of players Man City wants to bring in midfield, how versatile they are, and if they can play out wide or not. But there is the potential to have some space for another winger, and I think we can all sit here and agree that whilst our wingers have got bags of potential, including the likes of Savinho and Jeremy Doku, Manchester City may just be looking for informed, direct wingers who are going to be consistently grabbing goals and assists and helping to improve Manchester City when it comes to the wide area. So we will see, and we're just going to have a look at some names that have been put out there as well. So we're going to start this video off by speaking about Eberechi Eze, the soon-to-be 27-year-old winger who can play in attacking midfield as well at Crystal Palace. Homegrown, which is a really big bonus, and it does put them question marks about Jack Grealish, Kyle Walker, Calvin Phillips, who all look set to leave, and Man City are going to be needing some homegrown talent, which is why we've been heavily linked with a move for Morgan Gibbs-White, because he's an exciting player who is also homegrown and has got a good 5 to 10 years left at the top end in the prime of his career. And the same said with Eze as well. He's still got a good 5 to 7 years left in him, and is in really good form with Crystal Palace. For me, he's been Crystal Palace's standout player this season, and to me, I think there's going to be a lot of interest in Eze when it comes to a potential transfer this summer, and so Man City needing some homegrown players to help fill the quota in our squad. And if we're targeting a winger, I can certainly think of much worse players than Eze to be having a look at. Now, he's made 33 appearances in the Premier League with 8 goals and 8 assists as well. High quality player, scored against us in the only goal in the FA Cup final a couple of weeks back as well, which saw Crystal Palace end their trophy drought and win their first ever major domestic honour in England as well. So a really, really, really good player, and with the World Cup coming up next year as well, he will definitely want to be on the plane to North America in June of next year with England, and I do feel like the best opportunity he's got of that is playing for the biggest clubs in the biggest competitions, and with competition in terms of his spot in the squad, the competition's very high. I imagine he probably will be seeking a move away from Crystal Palace this summer, but we'll see. Now, moving on, a player that's been heavily linked, and the rumours continue to heavily link Rodrigo with a move to Manchester City, the 24-year-old Brazilian winger from Real Madrid. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, Man City could be looking towards trying to bring in high-quality players who improve the first-team squad, and Rodrigo would do that. The problem we have is it's a very expensive transfer in a position that maybe Man City don't really need to address this summer, unless we do end up having some outgoings. He's available for around £85 million. Arsenal have been heavily linked, but they're struggling with fitting him in on their wage structure, and Man City would have the same problem as well. But Manchester City could be looking for a high-profile signing. Florian Wirtz was meant to be the big high-profile signing for City. It's not going to be the case. So if Man City are looking to boost shirt sales and look for a really big name in football, then Rodrigo, who's been there, done that, worn the T-shirt with Real Madrid numerous times, a very high-quality player who knows where the back of the net is, albeit not had his best season, 6 goals and 6 assists in his 30 games in La Liga this season, but still very much a high-quality player who just doesn't seem to quite fit in to what Real Madrid are looking for right now. Now, Rodrygo is a versatile attacker. He can play on the left, can play on the right, can play through the middle as well. He does say he wants to play through the middle, and I'm not too sure he'd be able to get that at Manchester City, so I have had a bit of conflicting thoughts when it comes to Rodrygo, but he does have pace, precision, and a good finisher of the football as well. Standing in at 5'8", I can think of much worse options that City could be targeting here, and Rodrigo, I think, certainly a worthy name when it comes to looking and speaking about wingers potentially joining City this summer. Now, another player that City could potentially make a move for is Nico Williams, the soon-to-be 23-year-old Spanish left winger from Athletic Bilbao. Now, he's made 28 appearances in La Liga with 5 goals and 5 assists. Marca have said that he does have a release clause active this summer worth €58 million, which is £49 million. Apparently Real Madrid are keen. Arsenal are also keen as well. I've heard United's name has been chucked out there. City haven't really been linked, but if we are looking for an out-and-out left winger, then I do think Nico Williams should be a player that could well be an option for Manchester City, because he's a young player, just 23 years old. He's got bags of potential. He's got a good, 10 to 13 years ahead of him. He is a high-quality player who I think would really suit Manchester City. So I certainly think that he is an option that City could consider when it comes to this upcoming summer transfer window, but he's not a player I'm expecting City to sign. But summer's long, anything can happen. We'll see. Now, moving on, I want to speak about Xavi Simons, a 22-year-old Dutch winger and attacking midfielder who can also play on either flank, coming in from RB Leipzig. Now, there's conflicting reports coming in about just how much he's going to be available for. Some are saying as low as £50 million this summer. Some are saying he could cost as high as £75 to £80 million. So there's a big difference of £25 to £30 million. So it's all about what do RB Leipzig want to be able to accumulate when it comes to a potential sale of Xavi Simons. Remember, Man City do have really good relations with RB Leipzig from us purchasing Joško Vardiel a couple of summers back. So yeah, just something to think about. Now, RB Leipzig did only sign Xavi Simons in January from Paris Saint-Germain, and so they're going to be looking to try and potentially cash in on him this summer for a big money transfer fee, because they brought him in for €50 million, which could rise to as much as €80 million. So rather than RB Leipzig running the risk of that transfer getting even more expensive, if they've got the potential to cash in now, and they can also make a cool, 60, 70 million pounds on him, then they're going to be looking at making some good profit inside the space of a few months. They could be looking at 10, 15, even 20 million pounds in profit from what they signed him for in January through to selling him this summer. So he's made 25 appearances in the Bundesliga with 10 goals and 7 assists. Continues to go from strength to strength, for Netherlands international as well. City have been linked a little bit with Xavi Simons, and I think if City are looking for a very versatile attacking player, then Xavi Simons would be a player that City should be considering. Again, a real good age at just 22 years old, got years ahead of him. Now, moving on to the final player I want to speak about in today's video is a Premier League proven player, and it comes in the form of an outsider, but Mohammed Kudus, the soon-to-be 25-year-old winger from Ghana who plays for West Ham. Premier League proven, 31 appearances in the Premier League with 4 goals and 3 assists. Liverpool and Arsenal have also been linked. There is no word coming in as of yet from West Ham about what kind of fee they would be looking at for a Kudus sale, but reports in Saudi Arabia have been suggesting that he wants a big money move there this summer. Now, Manchester City haven't been linked, but for me, certainly a player worthwhile considering, because I think he's a really good, solid winger. As I said, Premier League proven, and it depends what City are looking for in terms of wingers. Are you looking for someone who's going to immediately displace the likes of Savinho and Jeremy Doku, or are we looking for a player here who's going to act more as a squad player? Because I think I'd see Kudos as more of a squad player than I would seeing him as part of improving Manchester City's first 11. But it's all about how much money have Man City got to spend, and how much money are Man City prepared to spend when it comes to a potential winger, in particular if we see Jack Grealish and or Bernardo Silva leave this summer. Because if Man City want want to try and be prudent looking for some good deals, which is what City have been doing in this summer transfer window so far, then it could be an option where we start to have a look at potential free agents. I mean, former Man City man Leroy Sane is available for a free right now. He could well end up signing a new contract with Bayern Munich, but if he doesn't, he'll be available for a free transfer. And if we do want to bring Leroy Sane back, then he would be a really good, prudent option for Manchester City when it comes to saving some money on a transfer fee. And he's obviously a winger who can play on either flank. He's quick, Premier League proven, Premier League experience. The only real problem we have with Leroy Sane would be Pep Guardiola. I don't think is overly that keen on him or his attitude and sees him as quite a lazy player, and Pep Guardiola doesn't like lazy players. He likes players who are always willing to learn, always trying to try their best and do their all to try and be a regular starting player, not come on and show a lazy attitude and I can't be bothered tracking back and I can't be bothered chasing after the ball, that kind of attitude, which we all know Leroy Sane does have. He has an abundance of quality, of course, but also can be quite a lazy player. So yeah, we'll see. There's some options that City could well consider this summer when it comes to wingers. So do let me know in the comments which wingers would you like to see Man City sign this summer and why. Also, don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. It is free. Remember, I'm doing daily Man City transfer updates from tomorrow for the whole summer transfer window. So if you haven't already, do subscribe. Less than 300 subs away from my aim of 44,000 subscribers. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to go and check out my social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my X, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And I'll see you all again tomorrow, not just for my daily Manchester City transfer updates, but we're also going to be doing one final video and looking at players that Man City could sign this summer. I'm going to do an overall summary and we're going to look at 10 players Man City could sign this summer. So do stay tuned for that. I think that'll be the next video out on my channel. So I will see you then. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.